So let's see how to collect down payment in Odoo 18 sales module. Let me show you using a real-time example. Without wasting any time, let's directly move to the sales module. Once you have entered to the sales module, we need to create a scenario, right? So imagine you guys are running up an event management company at your locality. One of your loyal customer is booked to organize a corporate annual function worth $10,000. So which is a huge amount. So you would require a 40% of down payment before beginning the preparation. So you have different kind of expense. So for meeting that expense, you need a 40% of down payment from your customer side. So let's see how we can do that. Before that, let's consider our product. So let's move to the product side, and there we have the product which is called Corporate Event Management Service. So let's click on there, and here you can see all of the configure option. This product is a service type, and there we have the invoicing policy. So you need to ensure this invoicing policy must be prepaid or fixed price. Okay. So once you have done with that, we need to specify the categories also. So let's specify the category, and there you can see the service or event. So let's specify the category as service or event. And once you have completed that, let's move to the internal link of the category. And under the internal link, there you can see the account properties, right? So there we have the down payment account. So we need to specify a down payment account. So this account will be used on the down payment invoice. So let's specify the down payment account as what? Let's search for more, and let's specify this as a current liability. And there you can find the current liability, and let's specify that. So why we are choosing a current liability here? Because when you collect a down payment from your customer, it's basically not earned income yet, right? And you're holding your customer money is in advance. So this is basically like a temporary obligation that you can see. So that's why we use a liability account here. So the income is only recognized once you deliver all of the service. Okay. And once you have done with that, let's save this manually, and let's move back to the product side, and let's create a sale order. Okay. So let's move to the order session, and there we need to create a quotation first. So let's consider our customer as your interior. Okay. And once you have done with that, let's specify our product, the corporate event management service, and there you can see the unit price worth $10,000, right? And let's put the payment term as immediate payment. And once you have done with that, let's confirm our quotation into our sale order. Okay. So let's confirm this as a sale order, and let's create an invoice. So once you are creating an invoice, there you can see a wizard which you need to create an invoice in three different ways. Like we can create in a regular way, we can create in a down payment with percentage, and down payment with a fixed amount also. So here in this instant, we are using down payment with a percentage. So we can specify our percentage, or we can also use this as a down payment with a fixed amount. If you need a fixed amount as a down payment from your customer side, you can specify this as the down payment with fixed amount. And there you can specify how much amount that you need from your customer side. Okay. And here I'm going to specify this as down payment with a percentage, and let's specify how much percentage is that, and let's consider this as the 40%, right? And let's create an invoice. After that, here you can see the draft stage of this particular invoice, and there you can see the down payment of 40%, and the account which is mentioned here, it says current liability. Okay. And there you can see what is the price and everything. And let's move to the journal items, and there you can see the account is current liability. The label is down payment of 40%, and it's credited. And here we have the tax, which is also credited 600. And there you can see the account receivable is $4,600. Okay. And let's move to the invoice line, and after that, let's confirm this invoice. So once you have done with that, let's pay. So let's create a payment. So once your customer is done with all of this payment, and once we have completed our event, let's move back to the sale order, and we need to fully invoice this. So let's create an invoice, and there you can see it's already invoiced like $4,600, and let's move to the regular invoice and let's create a draft. And there you can see, once we have done with the regular invoice, there you can see the products and the down payment and everything. So we need to complete our invoice. Complete our payment with 6,900. So once we have done with that, let's confirm and let's pay this. Let's create a payment. Now let's move to the sale order. So here is our sale order, and let me explain what has happened here. Okay, there you can see the customer and the product, which is a corporate event management service, and we have done with the down payment of 40%, which is the 4,000 USD, right? And there you can see there will be 2 invoices, and let's find out. So there you can see first one is a down payment and one for the final invoice with the down payment deducted. There you can see that. So this is the one which is final invoice with the deducted amount of the down payment, and there you can see the down payment invoice as well as. And so first of all, let's open the down payment invoice, and there you can see the down payment of 40%, and it's the account as the current liability, and there you can see the amount and the tax included, which is the tax included also. There you can see the 50% of tax included. So what is the explanation of this particular invoice? That we can see Odoo post down payment as the liability, not income account. And that's why we can see it's used as the liability account, not a revenue account. And this ensure that the revenue is recognized only once the service is delivered or final invoiced. And once we have done with the final invoice, that there we can see under the invoice session, here we have the final invoice, and let's select the final invoice. And there you can see the product, which is the corporate event management service, and the down payment adjustment line also. So here you can see the account as current liability and the quantity as well as -1, right? So this explain that this is where the down payment is cleared. And the 4,000 liability is now reversed. You can see it's reversed and applied to the revenue. There you can see it's deducted, and the customer is billed remaining 6,000. There you can see it's billed 6,000 as well as. Okay. So once you have done with the total invoice summary, there you can see the 4,600. Like, let me move to the invoice session, and there you can see first one is 4,600 down payment, and there you can see the final invoice, which is 6,900, and the total is 11,500. This matches the contract amount of 10,000 USD plus the 15% of total tax as well as, right? So that's how we can easily get a down payment from your customer side, and how to invoice that, and what is the accounting settings up to the invoice also. So that's all about this particular down payment.